Yo, what's up, guys? I am back. Just got back from a little date. It was cool. It went well. Really, really pretty girl. Um, I don't know. I'm not too sure if she's the one, to be honest. Like, she cool. Don't get me wrong, but um, a few red flags. A few red flags. Not a lot, but a few. And I don't know. I don't really have like time, to be honest. Like, I can make time, but it has to be someone that like they have to be worth it. And again, we're still getting to know each other. But and she's really cool, really pretty. I just have to get to know her a little bit more, which is actually kind of crazy because I feel like today's topic kind of relates to my date. Today I was going to talk about like the gift of discernment, you know, how the gift of discernment can be a gift and it can be a curse, right? Because you can see through people, you can see through the BS. But sometimes because of that, you don't even go there. Like you may miss out on experiences or opportunity or people. And it can suck because it's like, damn, like I probably should like give you more of a fair chance. Maybe I'm misjudging you. But a lot of times when your discernment is like up there, like when you're locked in with God and just with yourself and you can see through it, you don't even like to go through there. You're like, nah, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy, a waste of money. I feel like the gift of discernment is a powerful gift from God because it protects you, right? It protects you from people, it protects you from environments, from energy. It's a really good gift. But on the other hand, it's a curse because sometimes God will reveal malicious things to you about a person or about a environment, right? And it's like people may think you're crazy, people may think that like, you're paranoid, but it's like no, like if I gather enough information about a certain someone, it's like I already know where this is about to like head. I already know what type of person you are. Oh, so and so's going to be there, like nah, I already like that person. Something's off with him and no one will else will like see it, right? And people are like, nah, you're crazy or you're hating. But a lot of times, majority of the time, it eventually comes out and you be right. So sometimes you can come off as like judging or like paranoid or schizo, but it's like no, it's just my discernment is up. Listen to your discernment, man. Like just listen to it. And it can hurt because a lot of times these are people that you're trusting, right? This is people that you trust, people who you love, people who you're rooting for. You think that they're rooting for you, and God starts pulling back that curtain and you realize that they've changed, or maybe they were never that to begin with. Maybe because your discernment is going up, now you can see right through them. Regardless, it can hurt, because these are people that you grew up with. These are people that you genuinely love. I had an experience where I was dating this girl from Florida. She was real cool, at first she was really, really cool. And she was like telling me like I remember like the first time we met, we had like a 4-hour conversation. It was really cool, you know. It was a vibe. Like she was really nice and we were hanging out all the time, but I was ignoring her red flags. Like she told me her red flags in the past and we've known each other for like 2 years, right? A year and a half. And it was like she never showed me any of those red flags. Like she just always kept it real with me. And I was like, damn, she'll never do that to me. And she never did it to me until the day that she did it to me. So now I'm like, I just move differently with people. And even when we had a falling out, it was more so like she needed to take care of her son, but she was new to doing that task, right? Her mom was taking care of her son while she was trying to get her life together. And I she wasn't ready. Like she was definitely handling her business, handling her priorities, but she still wanted to have fun. She missed out on having fun. And ultimately she wasn't ready to be a mother ultimately. To make a long story long, holy hell. She came over one time unannounced. And that was like the biggest like red flag. Like my discernment was kind of going up from there, but it was only increasing. So yeah, we were dating for some time, but we stopped dating because she went back to Florida. She had to serve some time. Yeah, she had to do time. And that was like a big red flag for me. Like I remember we were hanging out here at my place and she was like, yeah, like I got to turn myself in. And I'm like, for what? Like, what did you do? And she was like, oh yeah, I trashed this guy's BMW. Like he ran over my foot and we were kind of talking and he was spreading rumors. So I trashed his car and I have to go turn myself in. I was like, okay. Didn't see her for like the whole summer. It was like maybe like 4 or 5 months went by. She came back out here and she wanted to talk again, but I'm like, nah, like it's cool. Like let's just be friends, right? And yeah, so we were just friends. We are just hanging out, and I was dating this other girl. I started talking to this other girl. We weren't even officially together yet, but and she was dating other men, you know. So I thought we were like cool. I thought we were like cool, but I think the thing was because we dated in the past, because we were intimate in the past, I don't think she was ready to fully let go. And I thought she fully let go because she was dating other men, right? That was not the case. That was a big mistake on my end. And I definitely learned that like you can't be friends with like you can't be intimate with your girlfriends. You can't. It gets way too messy. Even if you think that they've moved on or whatever, just don't do it. Just cut them off, you know, respectfully. You know, maybe in the future if you guys are like cool and you guys are single, okay, cool. But like it gets messy when you guys have a thing, it doesn't work out. She starts dating, you start dating, she may get jealous, she may try to sabotage you. Just don't do it. So it was one of those situations. And I was like, yeah, I'm just hanging out with the new girl, right? The new girl I was talking to. And mind you, she was going on, she literally went on a date that weekend with another guy. So I thought we were cool. Like, you've been telling me all your guy stories, you've been asking me for advice. I'm thinking that we're really just friends at this point. That was not the case. She showed up unannounced. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to be hanging out with my girl. We're going to be running errands. And she's like, oh, like, can I tag along? And like, I was like, oh shoot, like this is kind of weird. Like my spidey senses, that discernment was going off. I'm like, her energy is off. So, you know, we're going to the mall, whatever. We all have a good time or whatever. And then come back to my place. And then we all go to the pool. She's like, oh, I forgot something at your crib. I'm going to go back and use the bathroom or whatever. Mind you, there's bathrooms outside that she can use. But whatever, like, yeah, come back inside. Like, I'm not tripping. I find out that like she just gets too drunk and she's like calling me out my name, just disrespecting me. And she was like bragging. There was a bunch of people at the pool. She was bragging how she likes to rob people and steal from people and how she likes to scam. And I'm like, you are tripping right now. Like, why are you bragging about this? Like, you're tweaking, like chill. And she was like cussing me out on the low. She was like hitting on me. I was like, yo, you need to chill. Like, you drunk way too much. You need to chill. I was like, yeah, like I'm not trying to knock her out. You feel me? Like I'm trying to like just chill, calm her down. But my discernment was like, oh yeah, she's hostile. And I think she's jealous because no men were hitting on her. No men were talking to her because why would they? The whole night you talking about scamming and scheming and robbing people, like you're out your mind, you know? So why would they even entertain that? Like as pretty as you are, like, no one's about to sign up for that. I come to my crib and I'm like, my discernment was like, go through her purse. I know this sounds crazy, but I was like, go through your purse. I go through her purse. I find my jewelry in there. I find my watches. I find my Pokemon cards in there. I'm like, damn, you're stealing little stuff. Like you're stealing Pokemon cards. Like, okay. Again, like I was like, okay, like I don't think she has ever stolen from me. And I'm really good about keeping up with my stuff. I'm really good. I don't think she's ever stolen from me, but I think her seeing me with how she was seeing me with my new girl, I think that triggered like a bunch of jealousy, a bunch of hate. I think she still had feelings there. And I think she thought maybe I was going to come around or something. I don't know. And, you know, by the time the night was over, I was like, yeah, like I got you an Uber. I'm calling your Uber right now. You got to go. You got to go. And she didn't even know that I took all my stuff out of her purse, right? I got it all back. And she was not having it. She's like, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. Like she was being two-faced around my new girl. She was like all smiling or whatever. But then she was like, every time my girl stepped out for a minute, she was cussing me out, yelling, hitting on me. I literally had to like record it. And she didn't know I was recording, but I had her like, she was threatening to kill me, all this jazz. I was like, oh snap. I left out the house for a minute. And mind you, the new girl I was talking to wasn't around at the time. She stepped out. I ran to my homie and was like, yo, bro, you gotta like, I was trying to get a hold of the officer because we have officer here. And I really didn't want to call the police. I really didn't, but I couldn't control her. And then she was talking about how she was going to like slit my throat and like I was going to leave in a body bag by the end of the night. She was wilding. And I was like, yo, okay, like the police is not like the local sheriff that lives here. He's not like answering his phone. I'm like, bruh. I was like, I'm trying to just calm her down. And she was not calming down. But I genuinely think I would have lost my life that night. I think she would have killed me, bro. I really think so. Like I could not calm her down. I still have all the recordings and everything, like from different angles and everything, because I was like, I gotta protect myself. Because again, my discernment, I was like, she's not about to pull some type of case that said like I beat her ass. Even after everything was done, she was like, the next day, she was like, man, I really wish you would have just knocked me out. I would have been okay. I would have forgave you the next day. But I'm like, no, we're not doing that. No, no, no. But I was okay. Like, let me just set up some cameras. I got so much proof or whatever. Even eventually, I did have to call the police because when I came back inside my house, I tried to go to my homie's house and be like, yo, like, do you have like the officer's number? Like, we have two officers. He was like, I don't. I was like, all right, forget it, forget it. He's like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, I'll handle it. I'll calm her down. I came back, my whole apartment was like destroyed. A bunch of my stuff was stolen. She got on. And like, my neighbors was like, my homegirls were like, they live here. They're like, you got to call the police. And I was like, I really don't want to. They're like, no, you have to call the police. I ended up calling the police, man. And she was so drunk that she literally admit to everything. She was like, I was going to kill you tonight. I stole this. I stole that. Like she was wilding. So she basically incriminated herself. Um, to make a long story short, holy hell. The next day, she ended up giving back all my stuff. She returned everything. But yeah, my energy was off. Like I was spooked. I didn't have anyone over here for like a long time. I still don't really have anyone over here. But yeah, my energy was lost. Funny enough, like I think like maybe 3 weeks ago, the police called me. They're like, yeah, we're ready to take on your case about that one about Florida girl. Let's call her Florida girl. Our detectives were really busy, but now we can take on your case. Like, do you want to press charges? It's like basically open and closed case. And I was like, nah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. They're like, are you sure? If you drop the case now, you will not be able to reopen it. Are you sure you don't want to press charges? I was like, forget it. Oh, and to provide additional context, this happened a year and a half ago. I honestly thought that they like ghosted me. I didn't think they were ever going to take me seriously or take on my case. They told me at the time of the event that the cops would reach out to me. And a year and a half later, like, after like a month, I'm already thinking that like they're lying. Like they just threw out the paperwork or they just didn't give a damn, And I was like, wow, like what has taken you guys, like why has it taken you guys so long to get back to me? And they were basically like, hey, we're booked up with a bunch of other cases. We apologize, but we can take on your case. It's going to be open and closed case. Like, do you want to like press charges? And when she hit me up on Instagram, my reply was, oh, you must be reaching out to me because the detectives reached out to you. And she's like, what? What are you talking about? I was like, yeah, like the cops or the detectives called me yesterday asking me if I want to press charges, but you don't have to worry about anything. I dropped the charges. And she was like, no, I swear, like, I don't know nothing about that. They didn't contact me. I haven't heard a thing. I was like, okay. Like, in my mind, I'm like, regardless whether she's lying or not, I'm just going to let her know. Fine. Like, forget it. And she was like, no, like, I swear, like, you just been heavy on my mind. I've been wanting to reach out to you. I'm truly sorry for everything. I may upload the screenshots. Like, I'm messy. I'm messy at times. I just don't want y'all to think I'm lying. But yeah, she said all that and I was like, oh yeah, like, okay, whoop-de-woo, but no, I'm not going for that. I just let her know, where I stood with it. And I ended up just dropping her. I didn't reply back to her. She was like trying to link up and whoop-de-woo, but I wasn't going for it. And I really did that because her son, like, I really did that because of her son. I had like a bond with her son and whatever. And I don't know, I just taught him a lot and we would like all hang out, really cool. So I was like, his dad is not really in the picture. His dad is in the picture, but his dad just got out of jail. He's trying to get on his feet. So I was like taking away his mom going to have to go back to jail. I just didn't want to do that to him. He has roots here. So that's the only reason why I didn't, because I would have took it there. But the old me really took it there, but that's a whole different story. But um, yeah, and it's funny enough because like after the police called me, she literally contacted me the next day. She hit me up on Instagram and she was like, "Oh, I miss you and I've been wanting to reach out to you. You've been on my mind heavy, but I just haven't had enough courage to reach out to you." And she was like, "Yeah, like my son attempted suicide the other day and he's been asking about you heavy." And it's like when I hear stuff like that, I'm like, that weighs heavy on my heart. But I'm also like, are you scheming? Is this like another scheme? Because you tell me you like to scam and rob and like manipulate and lie to other dudes. So I'm like, I don't know if this is like an attempt for you to like get back into my life, get back into my graces. But honestly, like, nah, bro. Like, that was a costly lesson for me, and I won't be doing that again, like that's why I was telling you, like this girl that I went on a date with today, very beautiful, but like a few red flags, and I'm like, not nothing like that, but I'm still like, I'm not saying you have to be perfect because we had a great time. Like I could see something, if I get to know her, but I think what I'm trying to say is like, I'm just go slow, go steady. Really, if they give you like red flags, if your discernment's going off, don't even entertain it. It doesn't matter how lonely you are. Don't do it. Don't entertain it, man. Like, don't ignore your discernment because some people will ignore it and they'll get caught up. Like I had a homegirl. She was like, man, um, what's it called? Her man was like selling drugs or whatever, and she was like dying, fiending to like go on a route with him, and he was like, "Nah, stay, stay." She was like, "No, like I want to go with you." So she was like, "All right, whatever, come on." They go on a route. He ends up robbing somebody, and then they both end up doing time, guilty by association. And she was like, "He ruined my life." Whoop de whoop de whoop. So she was like, it's crazy because even she was telling me, she was like, my discernment was going off like crazy. Something was telling me, do not go on that route with him. But I just wanted to be up under my man. But I even heard something like yell, like, get out the car, run away. You should not be here. And she ignored her discernment. So that just goes to show, do not ignore your discernment. You feel me? Like you just never know what troubles you prevented, right? What problems you prevented from, um, just from listening to your discernment. But royal family, that is why sometimes you just need to take a break. You need to take a step back and get your faith up, get your spirit up. Once you do that, if you're not already blessed with the gift of discernment, you'll become blessed with that. You'll start to notice that the energy doesn't match up with the words, or like sometimes something, but your mouth, like your senses haven't caught up to what your spirit is telling you. And don't think that every uncomfortable situation is like discernment or like, oh, I got to get away from this person or no. Like, no, bro, like that's not what discernment is. Like, you don't have to be paranoid about situations and people. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I think what I'm saying is that, like, when God is revealing certain patterns to you over and over again, pay attention, right? Like when you hear something that sounds slightly off, don't be afraid to ask like a question or two or like follow up on it, because a lot of times people will tell on themselves. They really will. Like if you get them comfortable, like that's what I do. I'm always like, when I meet people, I'm like, I just let them talk. I let them talk, talk, talk. I ask them the right questions, and I'm like, all right, this is dead. Like or I'm like, okay, perfect. Like, yeah, I can actually build with you, or like, damn, like I actually like you. Like you're actually pretty cool. But again, just let people talk. Ask the right questions, ask more questions. That way you can have better gauge of your discernment. Like if you're iffy on someone and it's like, nah, like I don't like, you don't even give them a chance, it's like, nah, bro, don't do that. You feel me? I don't know why my sink is talking right now. Does that ever happen to you guys? Like the sink just starts. Are you done? I kind of went on a rant, but just giving you guys like a little bit more lore about me. um, yeah, I got a lot of things I got to do this upcoming week, man. I'm about to be locked in, but um, I'm thinking about writing an ebook. I'm thinking about it. I don't know if people even read nowadays. Like I know my royal family, I know we be reading, but um, yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about writing something. Um, anyway, till next time, please like, subscribe, share this video. I'm almost to 1,000 subs. I would really appreciate it if you guys help me get there. Um, take care of yourselves, man. Take care of yourselves. Stay focused. And yeah, until next time, peace.